Alright guys, here's an install video for the Blinder HP 905. We're going to be installing it on 2004 Passat. Install shouldn't take too long, probably about an hour and a half or so. We'll get this all edited down so you don't have to sit at your computers for the entire night to watch this. Alright, well, here's the box for the Blinder P905. And you should have seen, you've probably seen what it looks like already in one of the unboxing videos. This is the front of my car. Basically we're going to mount the heads either here, these two spots, and these two spots, or two here and one right under here underneath the license plate. Not too sure yet, still trying to figure that one out myself. Alright, we're going to do some prep work and then I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, I've got this prepped and pretty much ready to go. Alright, look, I took one of my panels off in the engine compartment so I could get through my firewall, and we'll address that more in a little bit. And I also dropped my dash so I have access to my fuse panel, my power, and let's see if I can get in here up where the wires will come through, and I'll actually be able to connect them to the CPU that I'm going to mount right here where my stereo goes. I took that out and drilled a hole in the pocket. You see this right here? Just drilled a hole through that to run the wires through so I can mount CPU in there. Alright, let me go get cracking on this and we'll be back. Alright guys, one thing I forgot to mention that I really suggest doing is when you're doing your install is to tape up your the end of your RJ45 connector. It'll make it nice and flat on the top and you won't have to worry about actually breaking off that little clip that holds it into the CPU. Alright, so basically I'm going to start running wires for these. I'm going to start off by running a wire through this hole right here that I cut out. And then that goes through right by my radiator. It kind of punches out into the engine compartment. And then I'm going to run the cable up the side and then through my firewall hole. It's right back in this compartment back there. I'm going to do the same thing right here on the other side. Just run the cable there, run it across up the same hole, through that hole. And then I'm also going to put one in down here and run a triple on the front of my car, I think. We might switch it to a quad at some point, or maybe later in this video, I'm not too sure. Alright, so I'm going to start running these cables and be right back. Alright guys, well, I've got the heads in their initial spots. I left a lot of slack so I can, move the cables when I need to. You can see where the three heads are by the plastic bags. I left them on just to help prevent any extra dust or scratches getting on them while I'm doing the install. Alright, the next step, I actually ran the cables up. The next step is to get through the firewall, which is right here. Let me show you. You see a little hole right down there where I will be running the cables through. Alright, and I'm going to run those through there real quick and I'll meet you back inside the cabin. Alright guys, I got the cables run through the firewall and brought them down into my dash, or not in my dash, but down below my dash. You can see them right here. Fed them all through. The next step for me is to run the wires up back here, and then I'm going to bring it out right back here, right through there, and then I will feed them through the pocket that I drilled, or the hole in the pocket that I drilled, and then I'll mount the pocket again right and back in here, and then I will be right back with you guys. Alright everyone, I got the cables ran through back here. You can kind of see where they come in that back corner. Let me get some light on that. They came in right there in that corner. And I also have the wiring for the switch and all that fun stuff in here. So yeah, I'll run through the pocket, we'll mount the CPU, and then I'll work on aligning, leveling the heads and get those ready. and then we'll keep on plugging away on this. Alright. Alright guys, got the CPU mounted, the stereo put back in place. I think it looks pretty good. You can see a couple spare wires behind there that I didn't get tucked away yet. But overall, looks pretty good, I think. It's pretty easy to hear. I turned it on a second ago just so I can make sure all the connections were right. I'll fire it up for you guys in a minute after I get the heads all mounted. Gotta put my dash paneling back on, and then I will be right back with you.